when you're kind of young and naive and you don't really think about how serious it could be, you know. Always people would ask me, why are you brown and your parents white? And it was so funny the way they said it, because I was just like, no, why am I Indian and they're Australian? Our family has always been really open about adoption, and since I was about 1, they've let me know that that's the situation. They never left me in the dark, or, you know, I never wondered why I was a different colour. I always knew. I was between cultures a lot, because when I was in India, people would stare at me for my parents being white. And when I was in Australia, people would stare at me for me being brown. And I was kind of between, and I was never quite perfect.
I remember Priya coming into the coffee shop as a little girl. Today, I am happy to be sharing her story to make way for her dreams. What do you have in common?
Adopted.
We're adopted, yeah, we're all adopted. My dream of coming to Sydney was to talk to you two about adoption and shed a positive light on my adoption, and kind of, yeah, and let everyone else know how hard it is for some people that live here. Like, I mean, for you, the struggles that you'll go through, and the meanings that you'll give to things.
And how do you feel about that, Grace? Are you a happy girl?
I feel special and I'm happy. Yeah.
And you, Ellie?
Oh, I feel lucky. Yeah. And yeah, I just happy to be, you know, here with parents who really care.
How is it for you, knowing that Ellie is your sister?
I think I'm really lucky to have her with me in the family and know that she is actually my sister.
Are we having fun yet?
I'm still coming to terms with the fact that me and Treharne aren't biologically related. Like, it's still hard for me to accept that that's the case, and yeah. So, but we're so close, and we're like best friends. We fight and we have good times, and yeah, we've been together for so long that it just you can't really tell that we're not biologically related. It's not necessary for us. I think we kind of both accepted that's where we are. Navdeep was saying, you don't really have a lot of choices or opportunity or voice in India and in Australia compared to that lifestyle. Yeah, I've got all of that, which is nice, because I can apply all of my, all my knowledge to stuff, and it's all going to work out. And I want to end up doing research for neuroscience and that sort of stuff. So I wouldn't have been able to do that if I'd been married off from the orphanage, because the kids were allowed to go to school, but they didn't have any money to buy any books, so they couldn't go to school. It was so funny. So when we went to the orphanage, just last time when we went to India, we were saying to them, why aren't you at school? Why aren't you at school? And they were like, oh, we don't have any books, so it's a day holiday or something. It's so funny, the way that they said it, yeah.
They were so poor, maybe.
Yeah, well, yeah, they couldn't afford any. So, yeah, they were really. It was disadvantaged in that way.
Sort of goes anyway. Yeah. Did you feel, or do you feel that kind of, that floundering or that why was I adopted sort of thing a lot? Does that affect you much?
It used to affect me a lot. Like when I was Ellie's age, when I was 12, I kind of went into a downward spiral where I was asking all those questions, and my parents didn't have the answer to them. They weren't ready for that.
They didn't have the right answer.
Yeah.
There's no right answer.
And you're right, there is no right answer. And I've kind of come to a standstill at 16, and I'm kind of figuring out that, as I become an adult, I'm going to have to deal with that, and that's going to have to just...
It's part of you.
Yeah. So, yeah, if I was in India, I would have gone to school until I was about 18. Then I would have been married off, sometimes younger, depends. like 16 sometimes. I could have been married at this age. Oh my God. It's amazing. Weird, but amazing. The way I see my adoption is that she made a really, and I reference she because apparently my birth mother came to the orphanage and had me and then left. She cared enough to go there.
To do that,
and that she made a really powerful decision for my benefit, and now I can do the same.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah.
In some ways, to let a child be adopted out to a better life shows a huge amount of love and sacrifice, really. A huge amount to be brave enough to do that.
Yeah,
it's
that
massive. It's massive.
Oh, yeah.
I guess the other thing is know that your parents went through a lot more determination. They wanted you so much and they loved you so much that they went through so many things to get you that most people don't even do. They have children with them not even thinking about it. But when you're an adoptive parent, you go through, you spend a lot of time and focus because you want your children. So
We do?
you're extra loved.
We need that.
Come on, Lenny.